The first round of the NFL draft was crazy. We saw guys we've been watching since high school, like Trevor Lawrence, finally hear their names called to play on Sundays. Don't forget about my underrated sleepers who grinded out their path to the league. Inspirational. I'm hyped to watch all these dudes shine at the next level. But if you're like me, the whole thing's got you wondering, who's got next?
I'm coming to be Spencer Rattler. Once I get on the field, just go off.
My name is Kayvon Thibodeau. I'm not afraid to do anything.
Well, you better stay locked in, because Overtime is about to put y'all on to the future stars with a first look at the 2022 NFL Draft.
You know how we coming today?
When you talk about the draft, we gotta be talking QBs. First up, we got the gunslinger from out west, the Heisman frontrunner Spencer Rattler. You might remember him from some of our features back in the day, when he was the #1 QB in high school. Since then, he's been lighting up defenses with his elite arm strength and underrated wheels. Rattler returns to Oklahoma this fall as maybe the top QB in college football. In his first year as a starter, he threw for over 3,000 yards and 34 TDs. Spencer's not 6'6" like Justin Herbert, but if you've been watching former Sooner QBs like Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray, you'll know that Spencer is a threat to do immediate damage at the NFL level. A two-sport athlete at Pinnacle High, he definitely has that competitive fire you look for in any QB.
Hold it down, Kyle.
His incredible ability to throw on the run and make tough throws with accuracy makes him the perfect fit for the modern NFL. Just watch him do his thing this year with the Oklahoma Sooners and tell me I'm wrong.
I know football is my career.
Hot on the heels of Rattler and next year's Heisman hype is North Carolina's superstar QB Sam Howell. He kicked off his college career on fire, breaking multiple freshman records set by Trevor Lawrence. Sam kept it rolling in year 2 and even improved on his freshman numbers. He threw for 3,500 yards and 38 TDs, including a 500 passing yard, 6 touchdown outburst against Wake Forest. Sam has a big arm and has an insane 50% career deep ball percentage. And that's in college, y'all. Imagine this guy dropping dimes to NFL speedsters. The most underrated part of Howell's game is his decision making. He's thrown 68 career TDs with only 14 picks, but will he consistently outsmart NFL secondaries every week? In an ideal offense, Howell could have as productive a rookie season as Justin Herbert. Don't sleep on this kid. Sam is as league ready as they come and will be a low risk, high reward pick for any team looking for their QB of the future. Now USC's Kedon Slovis has had NFL teams in a frenzy for years now, and a big junior season could easily have him jump up to be QB1 selected in 2022. He trained with Kurt Warner in high school as his QB coach. There's no way around it. Slovis has franchise QB written all over him. His freshman season alone should be enough proof. 3,500 yards, 30 TDs, 9 interceptions with absurd accuracy, completing 72% of his passes. The nation's most accurate returning QB saw a slight dip to his numbers in year 2, but Slovis still looked impressive, slinging for 17 scores and just under 2K yards in 6 games. With USC producing 5 #1 picks to date, if Kedon can lead his team to the college football playoff, we could be talking about a #1 pick here, y'all, and that's on my mama. An interesting QB to keep your eye on this year is Georgia's JT Daniels. He chose to return to the Dogs in 2021, despite some mock drafts having him in the 1st and 2nd rounds. He's shown big improvements since transferring in from USC. A true warrior, he's battled back from a torn ACL to throw for 1,200 yards, 10 tutties, and 2 picks in a 4-game season. Sheesh! Look for him to put up big numbers this year with a high-powered offense. UGA squad could compete for a natty this year.
I'm here to do my best and grow as a football player and as a person, and that's all I care about.
If he can put together a complete season as a full-time starter, JT could be one of the top QBs taken in 2022.
I make tackles, I make stats, I make things happen.
Say can't block him cause he holds down the edge. On the flip side of the ball, we got the D end out of Oregon, big bad Kayvon Thibodeau.
Come on, man, make this harder. Make it harder.
At 6'5", 250 pounds, Kayvon can overpower, outquick, and outtrick linemen at the next level. He set a school record at Oregon with 9 sacks as a true freshman. Thibodeau shines brightest in big games. He racked up 4.5 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, and 18 pressures in 2 Pac-12 championship games. If anyone in this draft has the potential to be a Chase Young show-stopping player on defense, it's Kayvon, no doubter.
I'm smarter than a lot of people think. I want to become a lawyer. I just want to go to the NFL. The message is to keep getting better. You can never be too great.
From the number 2 recruit in 2019, he could go number 1 overall in the draft. He's that good. Deep threat, sure-handed, gamer. All words that describe Chris Olave. Ohio State reached this year's championship in large part due to Chris Olave's big play ability. At 17 yards per catch in 2020, he'll be a problem in the league. He might have even been a first rounder if he came out in this year's draft. Also in Ohio State's dynamic receiving core is Garrett Wilson. A multi-sport athlete in high school, he actually held multiple D1 offers for hoops and football. Garrett's been mossing DBs since he started playing. He dazzled as a sophomore with 43 catches for 723 yards and 6 tutties in just 8 games last season. How many universities have 2 true number 1 targets on the same team? Wilson and Olave could both be first-round picks. Just watch his tape, you'll see what I see. He can be a number 1 option in the league too. The next QB we got to talk about is Arizona State's Jayden Daniels. He may have had the most prolific high school career of any player in this video. Most yards of total offense in California history, and second all-time in passing yards and touchdowns, y'all. He was a guy Herm Edwards trusted immediately to hold the keys to the offense. And Jayden was the first ever true freshman to start on day 1 for ASU. They should really call him Dual Threat Daniels. Don't steal that, that's trademarked. In 16 games, he's got 29 TDs and just 3 picks. While guys like Rattler and Howell may have better stats, JD's game-changing speed, combined with his arm, he could tear it up early in his career like Lamar Jackson's first year in the league. Jayden's versatility makes him a nightmare for opposing defenses. And if he keeps adding muscle and bulk, watch out. Look for him to silence all doubters this year for ASU and the Sun Devils. He's just about league ready. The final QB on our list is a big play threat at all times and can be as dangerous as anyone when he's in a rhythm. Last year, Ole Miss's own Matt Corral went bonkers against Vanderbilt for 412 yards and 6 passing TDs. He broke Eli Manning's record, starting the game off with 19 straight completions. The former Long Beach Poly star showed incredible growth between 2019 and 2020. He upped his completion rate from 59 to 71% and tossed for over 29 TDs. Corral has legit pro arm talent and makes it happen on the ground when a play breaks down. The only thing that can corral Matt from a first-round selection is turnovers. He threw 14 interceptions in 2020. If he can clean up some of the costly mistakes this season while continuing to produce, he could be hearing his name called early on draft night in 2022. Another super talented receiver is Georgia's George Pickens.
I'm gonna get you before you get me.
JT Daniels' #1 target. He's the son of Carl McNally Pickens, who played wideout for the Bengals and Titans. He's the Dog's second highest rated recruit ever behind AJ Green, and that's also his closest comparison. George loves to go up and moss DBs. He had a team-high 6 touchdown catches and started all 8 games in 2020. Unfortunately, he's likely to miss all of 2021 with an ACL injury. We're wishing George a speedy recovery, because when he hits that field again, it'll likely be with the NFL team, and you know it's finna be all the way live.
When the ball's not, it's go time.
Now for any team looking to shore up their O-line in 2022, Alabama's Evan Neal should be real high on your list.
And that's the dog mentality. You gotta bring it every single day.
We've known about Evan since high school. He's one of the biggest and strongest guys we ever seen. He towered over his peers since day 1. He's 6'7", 360, and as skilled as they come. He's allowed only 9 QB pressures and 790 snaps. Jedrick Wills had 13 in his last college season. Shoot, I think even I could score some tutties behind that. Watch for Evan to be one of the first tackles selected in 2022. The next guy we gotta talk about is from Death Valley. LSU's Derek Stingley Jr. maybe the most athletic ball hawking corner in the draft. He runs a 4.3 40 and has a 42-inch vert. He used that athleticism to pick off 6 passes as a freshman. Stingley has all the tools to be a shutdown corner on Sundays. Shoot, if there wasn't an age limit, he'd already be in the league. The last stop for you is a Southern Cal edge rusher by the name of Drake Jackson. Drake? Yeah, his name's Drake, and just like the rapper, our boy delivers hit after hit. He's a 6'4", 255-pound defensive unit, so you better put a big man in front of him with some quick feet, or he's gonna eat up in the backfield all day. In 17 games, Drake's been good for 56 tackles and 7 sacks, a forced fumble, and a pick too. I think he's got the tools to play with his hands in the turf or as a backer at the next level. This all Pac-12 baller could be another Myles Garrett. Those were just a few of the guys who'll be ready to shine on the NFL stage, but there's so many others. Ohio State's Zach Harrison is a 6'6", 270-pound defensive end that runs a 4.4, and he gets in the backfield before you can even blink. Alabama's John Mechie almost had 1,000 receiving yards last year for the Crimson Tide, and we expect him to be even better this year. Let me know something. What players do y'all like? Who do you think I left off this list? And who's gonna surprise me come 2022? Comment below, and as always, you know the wave. It's the oh way or no way. I gotta go. I'm out of here.
Go long! Man, you're not open? Alright. While I wait until they're open, hey, can you click the link right here? You got way more videos for you. And subscribe, alright? Alright, come on. Ready?